Whoa.
All right. So I'm basically just gonna do a clip to start off. But again, like I was excited for this one. I dressed up.
Yeah, me
I
too.
tried to emulate the weirdo guy on my little hoodies that I've been creating. Just because it's a special occasion, because we're sitting down with one of the original members of CPL Elite. And then we have, my older brother, Timbo Slice joining us. So it's always nice to have one more person.
I was looking at when I actually joined up, because I have, of course, I started creating notes for all the poker games since. And it was September 17th is when I came in.
I remember when you came in, Timbo. I was,
Yeah.
and you're not alone in this, but I was definitely intimidated at first because you came in like strong and had a lot of success early. And I was like, man, another tough player we've got to play against. And it's happened with a lot of guys. And once you get to know them, it's a little less scary, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've faded out a little bit there.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of you in the league, in the lounge, but.
Well, this is actually a good one, and I'm happy, like Pat started this one too, because it was, started with the Cobra interview, and that was a cool interview for me because, part of that, it helped him, he was low on money or whatever, it was a good thing for him positively, but I know you brought him in, but looking back on how I didn't play for a while, it was kind of because of his run. And then what he did to Peabody's mentality for a while. So then I was like, this is too much, man. I'm going back to the club CPT.
He put you in a bad place, Pat?
I think he put everyone in a bad place.
I remember every time for a little bit there, he's like, "Where's Cobra? Get him on the phone. Like, I want to see him."
Yeah.
Then it just like went into this kind of spiral. It was pretty funny.
We had a lot of Mr. Hyde for a while there.
And I feel like you helped me. We both were helping him cool out a little bit. So thanks for that. Thanks for the teamwork on that.
Plenty of time to get to that, because I know we got you proposed a cash game later on tonight.
Yeah. If you guys are up for it, I mean, and I saw a couple other people seemed interested, so maybe we'll get a little action then.
All right. So to premise this clip, it's a scene from Rain Man, and I've been playing a lot with different speeds, like slowing things up, speeding things up. So I'll just leave it at that. And I think I did this one with the music. So hopefully you guys can see this. And I just want to make sure that it's good. Are you guys good with this? Can you see this out?
It's upside down. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be upside down.
Okay, then it looks perfect.
All right.
Can a fishbowl be a cage? Can I subtract half my age? And would it be such a big disgrace if I stayed still? And would it be such a big disgrace if I stayed still? The computer screen went dark. Guess that I forgot to charge it up. And now I'm out of luck. I guess I'll start up. Well, I guess that I just ran out of luck. Guess I'll start back up. Rain Man? Yeah. Play some cards, yeah. You don't want to hit. He doesn't want to hit. Hit me. Want to hit. Hitting 18. He doesn't want to hit. Hit me. Hit me. Don't. You took my queen, Ray. I've got a 10. I needed that queen. I can't take your queen. Sir, please don't touch the cards. Eat my own queen, Ray. There's lots. There's lots of them? Lots.
Play some cards, right? Let's play some cards. So I like that. I like that clip, and that would explain kind of the coat. It wouldn't explain this, but JT, like I said, you're one of the original members of CPL Elite, and you owned me in the beginning. Like I remember you were like a roadblock for me, and I just couldn't get around it. So who introduced you to the game of poker, and how did you kind of just get to this point?
You know, I've watched the interviews. I think almost all of them. I need to do like part 3 of Vinci still, but I've been racking my brain and I cannot remember who introduced me to the game. The first like poker memories I have are my buddy Ryan and my buddy Dominic and my buddy Brian Reddick. Dominic and Ryan have both played in the league. Brian Reddick, haven't talked to in a long time, although he's recently started reaching back out to people, but it's not an important detail, but so like in high school, we would play like weekly, and like we'd play like all these other guys have been talking about, like a dealer's choice and a lot of wilds and just all sorts of like draw games, and never hold them. I don't even think any of us knew how to play that or had even heard of it at that point. But just to play like a weekly game and have a lot of fun. And you know, if you were up $5, that was pretty magical in high school. So yeah, it was just really had good associations with it, and didn't really play a lot until I think I went to like, at some point I joined the Super Bowl series that Smo and Jay would host, and had a great time there, and never played well. I think the best I got was maybe 3rd one year, and that was just purely luck. But yeah, so that's really kind of my pre-CPL poker story. A passionate amateur.
Nice. Good word combo.
Yeah, and I was really not surprised, but I was like talking to Cobra, talking to your buddy Alex, and then talking to Vinci too. I was like, wow, these guys are the type of guys who will go to the casino 4 or 5 times a week,
Yeah,
grind out 8 to 10 hours, and like they live and breathe poker. And in terms of like skill level, like there's no way I'm even close to their skill level. And I was just really impressed. But I guess I'm kind of curious, because I don't think I've cashed in 2021. I don't think I've won in 2021. If I did, I don't remember it. But before we get to kind of your take, I kind of want to go over to Timbo Slice and get his take on what happened Thursday night, because I was gone. You knocked me out in 25 minutes. Later on, you knocked Timbo out. And then later on, you took Jay down.
yeah,
And
it was.
it's like you knocked out the brothers combo, and then you knocked out the tournament director. And then I text you about doing like an interview, and like, yeah, I can't talk right now. I got to go for a run. It's like 12:15 at night.
Yeah.
So
Maniac.
I'm curious, like my take, I was totally fine with that. I was super tired. I had stuff to do. But Timbo, what was your take on that? Because you kind of had a hiatus for a little while, and you've been back the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So I still learn from you guys all the time, especially, man, I'll say, you know, you two, and then C-Box is in there too. Same with Jay. You guys are just, it's crazy to say that you guys really come through as very good players, but it's all virtual, you know, so how you make that shine is pretty impressive. But I feel like for me at that one, at the end, there was some swings that kept going back and down, but I want to say, JT, I did something, I want to say at the end, it wasn't like boredom yet, but it was like, you know how it gets at the end where it's just like everybody tries to lose, and then and it just goes wherever it goes. But that one was, I want to say I stayed in trying to like hit something, and I shouldn't have stayed in.
Oh, you were chasing. Yeah.
You cleaned up, or you like maybe chopped off half my stack, and then I could never really get back to that. And then the blinds had gotten so high that I was like just hoping for anything suited. And I think I went out on like a queen six suited or something. I was just hoping for the best.
Yeah.
But you had already commaed at that point, so you were steamrolling at that point. So you know, there was too much girth there for me to chop that down. You know, so but yeah, that one I kind of tailed off, and I was like, I'll try to be a little more attentive there after like the hour and a half mark.
Yeah,
That's me too.
in the future.
I gotta stop drinking. Like it's always the same. It's just like, oh, that was a shitty hand. I'll go pound another beer or something, and then it just kind of, I'm still in these COVID like bell curve drinking stuff. So
Sure.
I'm winding down this current one, but they pick up really fast, and you don't see them coming.
Yeah. I've found that I play a lot better if I wait to have a beer until like I've cashed. If I usually have a cash beer, but when CPL started, it was definitely like pounding beers from the start, and I was a much shittier player then. So I think there's a correlation there.
I work at a brewery, or I'm just a bartender at a brewery, and we get a lot of free beer, and I've been drinking a lot of like 8%, 10% stouts, and they're great.
Yep.
But it's hard to get through like a 16-ounce can without being like a little woozy, And then I gotta stay safe too. I practice a lot of safety meetings, on this side.
Key takeaway, and I kind of adopted the same mentality, JT. Where in the beginning, it's just like, all right, this is just a fun time to have a few beers. But then afterwards, I was like, it's not really fun if I'm just drinking too much, and then I'm out in a half an hour, and what do I have to do now? Drink more. So
Right.
I kind of did like once I was established to the point where, all right, I have a chance to either cash or win this thing, that's when I would just kind of just crack a beer. And I've really been just trying to just practice moderation and just get in good shape and just, improve myself. And I'm not going to improve myself by drinking too much. So, it's just, it is what it is. But I'm going to pull up a screen as I kind of ask John, because John, I sent you all this material, and this was kind of my, I don't know, play-by-play for how it all went down. So if you had a chance to kind of look it over, basically it's a Thursday in July, the year 2021, no one remembers. JT took out Peabody in less than 25 minutes, KO Timbo Slice later on. Of course, I'm cursing the skies for about an hour or so on my rooftop. And then I return at 11:26, and I'd probably return sooner, but I didn't chat until it was heads up. So I basically said undefeated heads up champ 2020 versus a guy who thinks he loses a lot in poker. Vinci corrected that statement by saying he sure seems to win a lot. So JT won with the queen 8. I'm pretty sure JT took out Tim with it was an ace 3. Tim, you had, and he had, I think, a 3-4. JT, but It's nice to see the play-by-play and be able to download the chat. So what's your recollection, JT, about how that night kind of went? And then we'll get to the question of, does the TD lose a lot or does he win a lot?